Hey YouTube, Todd T here. Just a little update video about airflow in the aquarium. This is my airflow after resolving an issue with my air stone, and at the same time my seashell is also working. It should open up any second now. Alright, this is a air pump for up to a 100-gallon tank. And also in this video I can show these guys because they're not hiding like they usually do. Alright, all doing well. There's my huge Pleco over there. And my Raphael cat is still doing well and still hiding under the rocks. But there's my airflow. I watched a video that Corey had done about how he lost some fish in his fish room because the airflow had dropped, a line popped off or something like that. So after watching the video, I said, well, let me take a look at my airflow. I usually just make sure I feed them, make sure nothing's dead, make sure everything's running, but I really don't look at the airflow much, and it was coming out very, very small, just trickling out. Now on this pump, which I'm going to go over to now, this is an extra pump. I had actually replaced the diaphragms about a month ago on it. All right, this is one of the diaphragms. All right, very common issue with these. It's kind of hard to show with one hand, but it'll happen. See how you can see my table through it? It's split open at the top over there. Very common. You'll lose air pressure like crazy. All right, and they attach to these guys here. All right, this side here, the side where the valve is sticking out, that goes in here towards the transformer. So that goes here, and this attaches completely over the lip on here. It goes into that socket. All right, so I replaced those about a month ago, and the pump was running fine. And then I'm like, of course, when you fix something, you think, okay, I'm good to go here. And the airflow was diminished, and I opened up the pump, and I have a couple extra pumps. That's why I have parts. But I opened up the pump, and I checked the diaphragms, and they're not ripped or anything like that. So I said, well, maybe these valves. Maybe for some reason some of these valves. All right, you would think that that's something that would last almost forever. But if you hold them up, all right, you see the one to the left, right here that I'm moving. You have two valves. One is just air. The other one over here, the bigger one, is the one that controls. It actually opens and closes, and that's what allows the air to be produced. All right, you see how you can see light through it, but you can't see like directly through it. All right, so now I'm going to hold up the other one, and on the left you can see a spot where you can see actually directly right through the upper right, and even the upper left too. You can see right through it. That's allowing air to just bypass right through it. All right, so this valve is completely broken just by air pressure alone. All right, it looks much, when it's actually right in front of you, it's much more obvious. But you can see that one, I'll hold it both up together. So the one on the right is the bad one, the one on the left is a good one. See how on the right you can see right through on the top, on the left you can't see through it at all. And that was enough to do it. I mean, the one side of the pump is pumping good, but you need, a 55-gallon tank, you need both sides to be pumping good in order to get good airflow, because I had them tied in together at the gang valve, one on each end, and then the valves open and close depending on how much air pressure, and one to also bleed off some of the pressure, because what will happen is this diaphragm will just fill up with air and stay pushed out and not move back and forth like it's supposed to, and that could also lead to tearing. All right, in this case it's a matter of, this is the way pumps are made, and this is the area it's going to fail, because that's where the most pressure is. So I'm going to see this here comes with, there's a kit found on Amazon for $8. It comes with two of these, which you need for, these pumps. And it comes with these O-rings, which really don't really go bad. These actual valves themselves, if I can't get these, then this pump is garbage. This one's actually made for a 60-gallon. The one I have in the tank now is for a 100. I wanted more air pressure. So I had a smaller tank I was using it on, and I decided to not use it anymore. And luckily, I kept it because it proved helpful to me with these valves here. Because now instead of having to throw away a 100 tank, a pump that's made for a 100-gallon tank that works good, I'm able to keep it and have it go around again, and not even have to get any parts for the pump. But I'm going to see if I can find these other pieces, and if I can't, then this pump's garbage, and then I'll see how long this other one holds up. But as you can see, I got good airflow now, and there's the seashell going off as well. So just a quick update: if you don't have good air pressure, you could try actually take it apart and take a good look at it first. You're gonna take the pump apart. This is a Tetra Whisper. These are pretty good because for the price, you can get these for like $30-$40. There's a box for the one that's in the tank. It says up to 100 gallon, but really, if you were to put a 50 on here, you wouldn't get that kind of air pressure. Just the static pressure from pushing air through that volume of water, it greatly diminishes. If you were to put a 50 on a 25 gallon, you'd have all the air you want. But if you do see that your pressure is reduced, a lot of times it's not your air stone. All right, this air stone I've had in here for about a year or two, and the telltale thing is that my seashell only has a line run into it, and there's no stone at the end. So when I saw that was diminished as well, I know it's not an air stone issue because the tube is clear coming out of the seashell. So not getting pressure out of there tells me there's a pump issue. But take the pump apart and check, and you're going to probably see these torn like this is. You're going to see this thing ripped open. I'll show that again just for reference. You're going to see that torn open. But also inspect these guys too. Take them and look at them. I mean, right in front of me, it's very obvious. You can see, I'm catching the light through it. You can see the one on the left is showing light going through it. Maybe if I hold it the other way. Yeah, you can see on the bottom left over here on this side of it where the bigger ring is, you can see right through it. And if you have it right in front of you, it's much more obvious. And if those are broken and you can't get them, don't bother to get a rebuild kit because it's not going to do you any good. All right, that's it for now. Thanks, guys.